It's not exactly the most prettiest thing. My foot slipped out from underneath me there. Blowing a hoolie and railing like crazy. Loads of sheep poo. Hello and welcome to my second video. This is a first for me. I'm going wild camping for 2 nights on my own. Where I'm hiking tonight, it's going to take around about 6 hours. That's a lot of walking. Considering I got quite a heavy pack on as well, doesn't make it much easier. I will put a little something up on the screen to show you whereabouts I'm camping. It's not exactly the most prettiest thing. Doesn't exactly blend in with the landscape, this, but I guess it does serve a purpose. But look at that. That is pretty cool. Got some low cloud at the moment. It's not exactly the most nicest conditions. You can see why people predominantly do this in the summer months. But it is so slippery. My foot slipped out from underneath me there. But yeah, just got to be careful and watch where I'm going, because I don't fancy falling over. I've just been having a little look around at the top here. I'll show you. As you can see, it's really boggy everywhere. So there is areas where I can pop my tent down and pitch up, but it's still pretty boggy. So where I'm camping tonight, I need to pick a good spot that is nicely elevated, on a bit of a hill. I don't want to be sitting in a swamp. Like it is. Jeez. Like it's windy. It's very windy. No, that's not nice. It's literally just one little tunnel. You can see rain, I don't know if you can actually. Rain's just blowing up there, blowing a hoolie. So, hope that wind calms down a little bit, eh? Oh wait, yellow weather warning. Probably should have listened, right? I faced the wind and my rain cover came off my bag, just flew off. My feet are absolutely soaked. It's going to get very cold quick up here, but why did that have to blow off? Annoying. I need to check my bag again. I've got everything, I don't know if you heard me, but I've got everything in dry bags. Obviously there's a couple of things that aren't, but the one thing I'm worried about is my sleeping bag. That is in a dry bag. Again, I don't want to hike the next few hours, get like 6 hours away, and then not be able to set up camp because I've got a wet sleeping bag. That's not going to be sensible. So I'm jumping to plan B, and there's a little dip in the valley, and you can just go down the other side of the mountain. I have a feeling that's going to be quite sheltered. I knew it was going to be windy. I did check the weather forecast, but I didn't expect my rain cover to blow off. Right, I've got my hat on, gloves on. I'm okay, but my feet, they're wet and they're cold. So I've got a little while until I can pitch up tent anywhere sensible, and a little while till this storm starts to pass. It's starting to die down though, so that's quite nice, but I can't wait to get some food in me and get a hot drink. So I've just set up to get some lunch on the go. Just put my gas canister on, and my spark igniter isn't sparking, as you can see. Nothing. I always carry a little spark generator, just a little spark flicker, and that should do the trick. There we go. Food is looking good. Just beans, bacon bits, and sausages. Straight out the pan, as you will. Let's give this a whirl and see what it's like. That's so good. I've already learnt a few lessons. Well, I have. Definitely I've learnt a few lessons. Stay low if you go in high winds, I guess. You won't lose your rain cover on your backpack. Other than that, really, I've not learnt too many lessons just yet. I think the next thing, if this wind stays as it is obviously finding somewhere suitable to camp. So. At the moment, I'm just trekking down from up the top down to this lake. I'm going to have a little look to see what it's like, how boggy it is. There's a decent place at the top, but I'm not too sure if the wind will be too strong. It wasn't terrible, it was quite well sheltered, and it wasn't too boggy, but I just need to compare the two, and then it's a bit of a long-winded way around to doing it, but hey, we're only going to stay one night, so we've got to make sure it is right. But yeah, that's what I'm heading on down to do, check around the lake. Hopefully, like I said, it's not too boggy, and we'll make a decision. I've literally just walked down this and it's wet, real wet. It's like I'm walking down a waterfall. Has to go somewhere though, doesn't it? Pretty cool though. And the view, to be fair, the view's pretty nice. Last time I came here, we came down in the morning after a wild camp, and there was a cloud inversion. I'll stick a picture up of it. It was absolutely insane. But it was coming down through the cloud inversion, and I was hoping to see some of this, but no, didn't see anything. But it's really nice to see the lake. It was very sweet. It's nice to see it. It's just my feet, to be fair. I can see anything that's cold. Yeah, I do want to start getting settled down. I mean, I've not seen a single person. I mean, I parked up in the car park, and there was a few people heading out, but no real big backpacks or anything like that. But, I mean, I've been out here for the last sort of like 4 hours or so. seen a single person. So I don't think I'm going to have too much issue with where I decide to camp tonight. It just needs to be a decent spot. So onwards and upwards with the search to the tent. So I've made it down to pretty much where I was spying on, down by the riverbed. But, I mean, it looks good. I could probably camp here, other than the amount, I'll show you, the amount of fallen stones, which I don't think personally is very sensible, considering it's quite windy and wet. I don't fancy having one of those dropping on my tent or my head. So I think best bet is either going to the other side, which has no mountain on it, or I head back up. Decisions, eh? What do I do? I think I'm going to head back up. Well, there is a few areas over there which look quite nice. I haven't made my mind up. The other thing about this area, just where I've been looking right now, just bear in mind, loads of sheep poo and what looks like sheep tracks, and I don't fancy getting woke up by a sheep either, so keep that in mind. So I found a half decent spot just here. This is where I'm going to camp up for the night. It's not boggy. Right, well now I'm all set up in the tent. Took me a little while to get it pitched. The old dry bags I used, they were good, but I wouldn't say, wow, I'm saying they're good, they weren't that good. A little bit of moisture got in, not too much on the sleeping bag really, a little bit. Can't really see it, to be fair. Again, it's nothing too crazy, it's not going to affect me much at all, so that's really positive. Last time I stayed in this tent, it was me and my girlfriend. So it's nice to have some extra room. It is a small 2-person tent. It is the Wild Country Helm Compact 2. So it is for the price and what you get for the tent. It's really good, I think, personally. I think it was about £240. But again, it's a very small 2-person tent, sort of like 1.5. But it's really nice if you just, you know, one man or woman just hiking about and setting this sort of size tent up. It's really nice. I like it. Right, so finally got on a bit warmer, which is quite nice. I've got beef stew, or I have Tuscan stew. I've had that before, so I'm going to give this one a whirl. But yeah, these are pretty easy. They're just completely dehydrated meals. I'm pretty sure people, if you're into all this, like, you'd have seen these about. But if you don't, they're dehydrated, and all you do is add water, wait about 15 minutes. RoamingReggie is the channel's name, and if you didn't see my last video, it was an introduction just into obviously who I am. Don't know where that water just dripped down from. In my last video, I explained that I'm getting a fox red Labrador puppy because he's gonna be with me in January time. Can't wait for that. But yeah, this channel is gonna be predominantly based around him. It's gonna be one hell of a journey, and I'm sure you guys will fall in love with him. I've already made up his personality in my head, like what he's gonna be like. So it's all exciting. But doing all of this sort of stuff, I said before, obviously 2 people in this tent is tight, but me and Reg, yeah, it's going to be perfect. Can't wait to bring you guys along for an adventure that should just be absolutely incredible, really. I mean, it's also the fact that not only is it obviously for YouTube, the reason I'm doing it on YouTube is because it's just a great platform to be able to look back upon and see all of our sort of like history from day dot to getting into, you know, eventually getting old with him. So, but all of those moments will be documented, which is really, really cool. I can't wait. So, is it that? Yeah. Sorry about that. I've got my head torch just up here, which is just shining down, but because it's been in the side bag of my rucksack all day, basically on the headband, because it's got wet, it's now just dripping onto the floor. But I thought the tent was leaking. I was like, it's hardly raining. Anyways, I'm gonna get on and eat this, and I'll probably check in with you. I'm probably gonna watch some TV on the old Netflix before I head to sleep. But I'll check in with you before I go to bed anyways. But yeah, peace out. Right, that's me all fed and watered. Blowing a hoolie and raining like crazy, but it's alright. I hope. I will catch you guys in the morning. Peace out. Good morning. I didn't film this morning. I didn't get the best night's sleep. It was still blowing quite a lot, so I woke up about 5 o'clock and I packed up my bag and the tent, which took me to about 6, but it's about 7, half 7 at the moment. I couldn't record coming down because it was so dark and windy, but I've just found a nice little spot here, which just runs down into the valley, which I'm going to attack now. I'm going to attack that now. So the first time I came up here, and it didn't seem that sketchy because I was going up, but now I'm going down. Definitely seems a little bit unsteady, but it might just be because my legs are a bit tired. It's not the easiest route down by any means, especially when it's this wet. So I'm going to put the camera away and get down. I figured out where some of the sheep were staying last night, out the way. I mean, it's pretty impressive they're up there. Right, I'm back down at the bottom. Just a tiny little walk to the car, but that's it. I'm going to head home now. Obviously, I had to go to plan B because of my ill preparation of going out in a yellow category warning storm. So that wasn't ideal, but you live and you learn. I probably won't do that again. Although it was fun, you know, no one got hurt. just my poor backpack rain cover is now unfortunately flying about. Leave no trace. That was accidental. I've left a trace, but that was the only thing I did leave. Out of my control, really. So anyways, on that note, thanks for watching my second video, which will be my first solo hike. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying, because if I've recorded all this and you can't, then I'll just put some subtitles over it. Probably for the best, because I do go on a bit. But yeah, thanks for watching if you have watched this long. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe or anything like that, because I feel like I've got to put a few more videos out there yet. You've got to make your minds up on me, and whether you want to follow along. But I would highly recommend it. But at the moment, I'm not telling you to. Anyway, I've got to cross this bit of water now, so it should be fun. It's alright, because my feet are already wet anyways. Give them a little clean. Lovely. Anyways, until next time. Ciao.